There we go. Sorry about that. My something fell over. My guitar fell over and I was trying to clear knocked over the trash can. Anyway. Hi. Hello. I'm SolarLoon. I'm an independent game developer. I'm the creator of Master Plan. I'm the creator of Tetra 3D. So yeah, welcome to another stream. How's it going? Hello. So, this is a game that I've been working on for a while. I am making it in Go with Abitension and Tetra 3D, which is my custom 3D framework. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But I started porting everything from using JavaScript as a programming language, as a scripting language rather, to maybe using Python as a scripting language, because the Python interpreter GPython runs like 2.5 times faster in my experience compared to Goja, which is fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted, was something that just is a little bit faster, not too much faster. I don't need it to be like lightning fast or anything like that, but I would like it to be faster. And GPython it seems to be faster, at least the execution of it. I feel like interfacing with it is also a little simpler, maybe because there's less, at least it seems like there's no reflection ability. Whereas with JavaScript, with Goja, it has the ability to do reflection. If not, that is the kind of only way to get some data in and out, is to basically pass a Go value and have Goja turn it into a JavaScript value rather than you yourself doing that, which is bad for speed. At least that's the way it seems. So anyway, it's promising. This is promising, basically, is what I'm saying. Let me get some music going. Okay, so we'll work with this. Hopefully that's not too loud. If it is, let me know. So I'm going to be doing some master plan development as well as work on this thing. Basically, like working on doing stuff with Python. And yeah, it's I mean, so far it seems pretty cool. I've been doing a lot of stuff setting up the interpreter to work with doing a lot of stuff setting up the interpreter to be able to import stuff properly, all that stuff. So it's working pretty well, I think. Not perfect, but it's working fairly well. I have the ability to import things from different locations in my scripting folder. So just like doing some quick tests seems to work. So we're gonna work with this. I think I'm gonna try working with this and seeing if I get some good results. So the first thing I'm gonna do is to basically kind of delete some of this stuff. I don't know why I guess I know why it's doing that actually, now that I think about it. We can close this stuff. We don't need this right now. Cool. All right. So just to kind of illustrate, I guess, what I was talking about, this is an example where we basically actually, let me update this. This should now be I guess this is fine. Okay, let's see if this works. I think it does. Okay, yeah. So this is an example. So this is a Python script that's running that loops 200,000 times and does some basic math where it creates two variables, A and B, and then just sums them together using C. That's it. We're getting about 11, 12 FPS. So that's pretty good, I think, to loop 200,000 times. So now if we try to do the same thing in Goja, in JavaScript with Goja, this is the result we get. So I'm going to go over to this example. It's not exactly the same, but it's similar enough, I think, for us to be able to run, kind of run the numbers similarly. So this is, wait, let me take a look at the script here. Yeah, not exactly the same. So this is the hold on. I think this is probably fine. Hold on. Okay, so this is the player script in JavaScript. It does other things, of course, but the actual on update loop is just this. It's just running this and then it's quitting afterward. So let's say we just do 100,000 loops and we just do the loops. We don't even do any math. It reloaded and we're getting 16, 23, 19 FPS. Let's do some math. A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals A plus B. So yeah, we're getting 13, 14 FPS. Yeah, if we do 200,000 loops, we're getting 7, 8, 6.5. Yeah, so logic execution, well, I guess we can use logic execution to be more accurate. So logic execution is about 60 milliseconds, roughly, for this, where we're doing some basic math and looping 200,000 times. So now if we do it with Python, it's roughly half. 32, 35, 36 milliseconds. That's great. To be able to simply do the same thing but do it twice as fast is just good. It's just a clear improvement. Now, it might be slower when it comes to interfacing with Go. That's possible. But yeah, that's possible. Because it's just number and I'm thinking, hold on, let me see. No, there's ints. Yeah, int, float, and complex number. Okay. So float is just, I guess, inherently float 64, I would imagine, unless it's not float 32, right? Yeah, 64-bit. Okay. So yeah, like this is really good. This is really good. It's running really well. So I am going to just go with this instead of JavaScript. JavaScript is great. Goja is great, but if it runs faster, I need it to be fast. That's the primary goal, is for it to be fast. And of course, a language that I don't hate. I don't hate Python, so I think we can make it work. So we can just nuke this real quick. Logic execution drops, of course, to 0.07, 0.08 milliseconds. So what we're going to do here is we are going to do some quick work on basically designing an API. We don't need to save that, to basically allow the user, the modder, to mod stuff and allow me to make the game. So the idea is that, as far as I understand it, I can pass functions either in global context or, well, yeah, pass them in global context that allows me to interface with Go. And so the idea should be as simple as just doing something like system.py. And we want to import system. And then we can just say class input. Okay. Action pressed. Action. Pass. You want this to be static? Static method. I mean, it doesn't really matter if it's a class method or a static method, but we'll say, I guess, class method is fine. Static method. Yeah, either one's fine. Yeah, okay, and when we save, you can see it's reloading. So, good, very good. So, now what we're going to do is just go to... We don't even use interop, really. Except for this. So let's go to script runtime. And so we just need to basically set our globals up on every module, I guess it is. Like this stuff, I think. The methods need to be set. Yeah, so here's what we're gonna do. I guess we don't need the runtime, do we? Let's see. The runtime just contains the context. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We'll just do it like that. Yeah. Okay. So we will return. Well, I guess we could actually just. I guess we could actually just. We could pass the module. Yeah, either one works. We'll just do it like this. Set up methods. You know what? I'm gonna do it like, because this can take globals as well. Yeah, module bound global variables. I wonder. Yeah, I guess module bound global variables. That might be faster actually, rather than methods. Well, it might be the same. So we'll just use the method system. So we're gonna pass the method. Or I'm sorry, the modules into. Hold on. I'm gonna pass the modules in here. I just want to paste this before I forget. Okay, well. Pro, okay. There we go, okay. So module implementation dot methods equals I dot method. I guess I could set up a list of methods and then just set it on each module. Like I can just do this once. Yeah, that's probably better. That way I don't have to create a list of globals for each module, because they can all share the same list. Yeah, okay. So instead of doing it like this, then probably want to do it like this. Engine. Okay. There we go. So now set up. Yeah, this now becomes engine hook methods. We simply return that method like that. Okay, so methods now is that method. Return methods. There we go. This is one that we probably want to include. Maybe. Okay. Input, wait, what's the Python pep function naming scheme? I think it's like snake case, right? Underscores. Lowercase, word separated by underscores. Okay. Make this a little bigger. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, what I want to do actually, well, there's a couple things. So firstly, arg should be a string. Like that, where we would basically say return this should be action. Okay, so now we just need bool. No. Cool. So now the issue is what happens if we don't pass a string. So we can test that out and see. So what? Okay. System. Let me see here. What is it? System.system. Yeah, from system. System import. Okay. Let's see. Static method object is not callable. Hmm. Static method is not callable. Let's see. Static method. I don't think I have to. Hmm? Let's see. Understanding not callable error. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on. Let's see. System. Input. Staying with the object. That's weird. Why isn't it callable? I mean, I guess I could do this a different way. I'm just feeling like, why doesn't this work? Okay, well, it doesn't need to be a static method specifically. We can just make this input. And then just make this a ground level thing. Oh, you can't name it input. Input is yeah, it's a function. Okay. Action pressed. Okay, so that works. Well, I guess I can name it input, and you can just rename it if you need input. Although I don't like that it's blue like that. Okay, so now from here, let's try that. Action pressed is not defined. Hmm. Oh, maybe module bound. Hmm. I did this before. How is this not working? Okay, let me check something real quick. Okay, so this works, but not this, huh? Does this work here? No, okay, so... Let me see something. Huh. But it sees direct. This is interesting. I mean, this clearly is my directory or dir function. Yeah. So it's calling this. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Dir not defined. So it's not defined here. I guess because... Hmm. No, but hold on. Okay, all modules have the same functions accessible to them, but let me look at script. Okay, so this is where we get the functions. This is where we call with arguments, create a class name, we run the function. Yeah, okay, I think I see what I mean. Class 99. Okay, so we want to replace the dots. Well, we want to split. Well, so we want to split s.name by dot. Right. Okay, so that should be a little bit better. Yeah, seen that trash zone. There we go. Class player. Okay, cool. Result in error. Okay, so you can't get the stack trace, huh? No trace back available. No traceback available. Well, what can I pass? An exception. Oh, I can pass the error. I see. I think that's what I need to do. There we go. Cool. Okay, so that works, but now what dir is not defined? Why is directory, why is a function not defined when I'm setting it globally? This is weird because, and let me switch up the music. This is odd because this function exists in every context in which it would matter. It exists in this function, in this module. It exists if you import a module. Oh, parent module of this method. Interesting. So the module has to be tied to the method. Oh, so then I can't do it like this. Basically, I can't share them, I see. Because if I do this, it's going to turn any methods. Yeah, the module is M. I see. Okay. All right, so then this has to be a function. We're just going to pass them directly like that. Dir is not defined. Guess that works. Okay, so this dir exists here. So now action pressed, but now directory isn't defined. That's really interesting, dude. Dir exists here. But not here. File is different. Package. File. Name. Key bindings. Okay. I'm going to presume that what might be causing this is I think the module is different. I think when I run the code and it imports the module, that's not the same module as the one that I'm creating and setting up here, I think. Is there a way I can prove that? This puts it in the store, no? Yeah, it registers it. Store built-ins. Im. Oh, I see. If the name of the module is built-ins or import lib. Okay. Register the module. Well, it runs the code. All right, so we have system key bind, system init, sys, scenes trash zone, key bindings. So this might be why. I think when this is happening, this runs, I think it's importing the module and it's becoming a different module. No, yeah, the pointers are different. So I think this key bindings is different from this key bindings. Okay, so that doesn't that mean so does that mean that this, or if that is true, then does that mean that that is not the same as this? Import system key bindings? Key bindings still exists here and it's different. System.key bindings is here though. Oh, yikes. They're different. Hold on. So I feel like this code, this well, I don't think it's the function call. I think it's this that is making more. It's hard to say. It's hard to say exactly what the issue is. I think there's some kind of like module shenanigans. So let me try something real quick. I want to try if I print out the store, the module. I can't print out the module specifically, and then we'll just panic. So I know that I'm done, so I can look at it. So what we get is a map. We have built-ins, we have scenes/trash zone, system/init, system/key bindings. Okay. So now, if I print it out again after we execute some of those files, that code, we end up with system/key bindings, system/init, sys, scenes trash zone, and key bindings. So this is a different module. So then does that mean that this, if I said system dot key binding, well, I think that is going to be a different thing. Yeah, system dot key bindings, system slash key bindings. How do the modules like get resolved? Resolve and compile. Maybe I need to just like load the files myself. Let me see something. I feel like I'm on the right track. I'm close. Okay, so resolve and compile. Let's see. So here we're making a new module, huh? Compile out. Oh no, we're making a compiled result. Okay. So if it's a py file, it opens it and compiles it. If it's a PyC, I guess reads it. Source path name is this. Okay, I think I'm getting it. Well, no, wait, because this doesn't. Compile. Yeah, I think what it's doing, like there needs to, I think there. I think attempting to run a file compiles the file, and if it imports a module that isn't already existing at the given name, it just silently creates the module. This is bad. This is not what I want it to do. Call. Okay, class method new. Complex new. Let's see. I feel like I'm close though. Do I need like a loader or a like path resolver or something? A module store. Outline, pal. Module. You can get the module implementation. Import module level object. The workings of underscore underscore import, huh? Okay, so there's a couple things here. Maybe I need to work with import lib. Let me take a look at something. Register a module implementation instance used by the runtime to instantiate the new module when first imported. Huh. So I guess this is what you do to make it so that it doesn't... I guess this is what you do to make sure that the modules when first imported. Okay. I think I need to register the module. But I only need to register the module. Hold on, I think maybe I'm cooking. Hold on. My brain might be like coming around on the concept. So this is what defines the module, but it still exists here and it imports it. Well, no, but how? MyLab. Module dot go. Where does it? Test script. Okay. Okay. I think I'm getting it. So we need to register the module before they're imported. But then how does this handle hierarchy? Well, maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe this is just the wrong way to do this. So let's try this. We're not using the store. The module isn't found. The store doesn't have the modules because they're not imported. Okay, so we're leaning on this, the thing to handle importing. Okay. That's not the worst thing in the world. If we don't pass a module, it will make a new one. What's the rules by which it makes a new module? It makes a new module using the module name. The string, the colon of the given name. Okay, we don't need the module. We can just use the file name. So now we have scenes/trash zone system.key bindings. We're going to use dots. So we should replace this with dots. Let's see. Any of that, replace it with the dot. So now we have system.init, system.key bindings, scenes.trash zone. We're panicking here. Okay. We don't, let's see. Module trash zone not found. Okay, hold on. Might be cooking. So now go back to the script. We don't need to get the module. We can simply attempt to run. Well, I guess we can get the module. Let's see. Trash zone. Scene/trash. Okay, yeah. So no, we don't want to do that. So that's that name. Okay. Okay, so you have scenes.trash zone. Yo, yeah, hide from player in it. Okay, cool, cool, cool. There's a store. Okay. So now we're printing globals. We're importing system.key bindings. That's here. Deer is not defined. How is it not defined? Didn't we set this earlier? Register. Module. Yeah, we passed the key bindings. Methods. Deer is not defined. I'm close, dude. I'm close. I think. Dir is not defined. Why would dir not be defined? Because the function we're running isn't from the module? Let's see. Or what? Module.call mod name. Oh wait, let's go back. When I call in a new VM, I can run code in a context. Run code in a context. Okay, maybe what we need to do instead of this is this. Okay, so globals because there's no way to, well, we already have the context. Can we run code from a module? We can call a function. We have a context, we have globals. I think the module is important. I think we need to use this. No. Call the named method of a module. Get dictionary. Call. So I'm using the module to call the class name to basically create it. How do I call a method? And then wait, these aren't, are these methods instead? Are they interchangeable? Maybe they are. Python method object. Method? Is a method not a function? No, it's a method. Okay. Let's see. Slightly better. Yeah, we should pass ourselves. That's important. We definitely do want to pass the arguments too. That's important, but I don't think this is the solution to the problem. Oh, because it's not a method. Callables is blank. But it should be a method, shouldn't it? This should be a method, not a function. On update. Yeah, it's a function. Why isn't it a method? Method. I feel like I'm on the right track. Because it's supposed to be a method. Or calls method on name. Calls method on name. This is a object. Okay, here's what I'm gonna try. Because yeah, mcall probably was not correct. But I think what I need to do is I need to call s.self.type.call method function name args nil. Something like this. Let's try that. Okay. Player init happened, but on update did not. So creating it did work. On update didn't happen. Why didn't on update happen? Is it not? Hold on. Like, is my approach this wrong? No, right? Yeah. Oh wait, that's yeah, def. Excuse me. Okay, I mean, like, that definitely seems correct. This seems to be... well, I guess it should be probably like that, technically. Yeah, that should be correct. It always is like this. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do just like a little bit of work on this, and then I'm gonna go into this thing I need to work on, and then I get like tripped up on something super duper complicated for like hours, dude. I don't know why. It's every single time I stream is always like I can't just make straightforward progress. Okay, so is the script running this? Let's see. This isn't happening at all. Is that because... Let's see. Keys, module. What is self? Yo, is self not even the... Oh my gosh. OBJ... Am I... Hold on. So it initialized and then it just didn't return the object. No, that's impossible. Calls the named method of a module. What did I... Hold on. Class name? Player. Hide from player init. So that clearly... It's clearly creating the player. But... Let me see. Run code. Get module. we have the module. We're calling the class name. It should be returning a Python object representative of our player. It clearly is creating the player because we are getting this text here. So we're creating the player. Why does it not return the player? OBJ is blank. Oh, I call. I turn IM call. Define X. I wonder if it's not propagating back. Call a named method of a module. Maybe there's another way to do this. Maybe I need to get... But this was working earlier, but let's try something. Okay, let's try this. Does this thing exist? Player, okay. Object type. Type. Yeah, what's the type? Type, it's just this type. Type dot name. Type. New? But I feel like that's bases dictionary dot init new alloc call method. Call the method on name. I guess that's the password. Ready type bases base dictionary dot init. Okay, I think what I need to do is maybe something like this. Type takes 1 or 3 arguments. Am I crazy? Hold on. Let me look this up because I feel like I'm super close, but I'm like I'm so close, dude. Okay. I'm just sitting there just thinking, dude. Call. Let's just see. Well, how do we call things? Call the method with the given arguments. How do you get a method? Named method of a module. So it feels like this should work. But how do we ever get a method? Where do you get methods from? What's new method? New method. Okay. Call method. Read a method. Fix me. Sure, it satisfies interface. I'm like losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. What if... There's no way. This makes no sense. But what if? Nah, okay. But what if, though? So this is correct. But why is it nothing? That's the thing that's the most confusing. Oh, well, maybe let's try something real quick. Maybe it's like a... Ah, okay. Oh, no, wait. Hold on. Okay, so the type is player. Keys exists, but they're just... What? Okay, hold on. Let's work with this real quick. Because I feel like this was working previously, so it should still be working. So here we're looping through. We have keys B2. Hold on. Just trying to clean some stuff up here. So hide from player init. Keys A1, B2. Init. On update. Module. Okay, so on update does exist. It's a function. Yeah, shouldn't it be a method? Can I convert a function to a method? Hold on. Okay, well, let's just say it's a function type. So then when we call the function... Oh, well, maybe it's just we call the function with the args being... Oh, we already insert... Yeah, okay. So then... Self is already being provided. Huh? Okay, so... If I print self, that should be the base object. Yeah, player object. Okay. So then why, pray tell? Hit him with a pray tell. Why pray tell? Oh wait, well then import system. Okay. Key bindings. Okay. From system import key bindings. Cannot import name key bindings. Does it no longer exist? Did I change it? No, it's still key bindings. Did I need to do like that? Okay. So key bindings dot action pressed. Directory is not defined. I'm wondering if it's a bug. No, I think what the issue probably is that this is running completely separate from the module. I maintain that that's probably the issue. So if we have it, let's presume that we had a module reference, which would be this guy. So we can call a named method of a module. We can get a dictionary. Module bound, yeah. So I'm wondering if globals, or can we do something with the context? We can run code from a context. Okay. Let's try that. So we're gonna store the self doesn't have a module associated with it, right? No. Okay, so we're gonna store the module that the object is from real quick. That's mod. Okay, and then we're gonna go down here and instead calls code. Function.code. But we don't provide the argument. How do we how do we provide the arguments? This beat bangs, but I need something else. I need some different music. So yeah, this is probably not correct. Like, it makes sense that this doesn't work because it's got the underscores in there. It's probably not supposed to be a public-facing tool, right? Like, if I want to call a function on an object, can I just do like s.self.type.get dot, let's say this is the function name, cast it to a method. Well, it won't probably cast to a method, but then a method has a call function. So then how do I turn a function into a call function, I guess? Module. So a method is, is a method only for a module? The parent module of this method. Are methods only for modules? Are they not for... I feel like I'm missing something. This doesn't work. What other approaches can we use? Function dot closure annotations context host VM context. So the function does have a link to the context, but it doesn't have a link to a module, huh? Globals. Name. All right, let me go back. It's just something real quick. Look up. Oh, that's an internal API. Error call method. Oh! 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 What, this entire time has it been that basic? Am I that stupid? Let me see. I might actually have made this super duper complicated for no particular reason. This is already recorded anyway in the self object. So I think what I can just do is go down here. We'll just assume, we'll just say if self exists. we run these functions. And so, and we similarly, if self exists, then we can run that. And so what we just do here is we just basically say s.self.type.call method func name args nil res blank pair is this, delete that. Object bool. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so it does print, but dir is still not defined. Sad boy hours. So this is definitely the better way to do it, but how is this supposed to work? If we call the method, internal, hold on. We call him with args. Okay, is not callable. Okay. So, I mean, like, maybe stuff accessible through a module isn't accessible when running, when calling stuff through an object. Like, maybe that's the issue. Let me look at module in here. Set module in the dictionary, type new, module, fix me, need to get the current VM global somehow. Well, that's probably what I'm running into now. So it might just be a bug. That stinks, but it's not something I can't work around. Okay. I think when I might need to set global functions and stuff. Manually? I think. So let's say that is the case. Let's say I need to manually set stuff on objects as they exist. What would that look like? So that would be in here, set up. Oops, where is that? Engine hook methods. So these methods would need to exist on the object. Okay, so let's see if that makes a difference. Let's just try something real quick. We'll remove all of this. It's the method. Here we go. It's this. Let's do this. Okay, let's see. Uh, deer is still not defined. This is after even, well, is it the type? Is it on the dictionary? Where? Oh, I mean, this is the same as that, yeah. Type get dinged. Let's see. Type error. Oh, so type is an object. As type, it returns a pointer to a type. Okay, well. If attribute or nil. This might be like globals or something that is actually looking up. Let's see. Look up. Instance directory, then type directory, and look up elsewhere. Call method. I think I'm on the right track that basically it's not getting the things necessary to make this work. I think. Let me see. Am I really gonna go back to Lua? As much as I hate it. Let's see. Calling go from Lua. Set global double. It is a new function. It is. Oh, double. That's the function. Takes the state, returns an integer, the number of results. It pushes stuff to a stack. Okay. Working with coroutines. Calling Lua from Go. So you do a file. Call by parameter. Yeah, this is kind of the problem that I had with at least Go for Lua is this. Like, this is so much extra code to write for literally just creating a type that has one field. It doesn't even have a function. Just getting and setting. I mean, a getter and setter is basically a set of functions. But that is just it's a lot. It's a lot. This is 3 years old. This is 3 months old, or relatively recent. 5.2. This is Lua. .1 plus GoTo from 5.2. This is slightly newer, right? Let's see. regex, coroutines, and string.dump. Go heap for Lua objects. Go does not support root references. Let's see, benchmarks. Gola, Glua. Go for Lua is a little bit faster. Okay, so I guess, yeah, so that's Lua, Go for Lua, and this is Go Lua. Okay, so Go for Lua is a little faster, even though well, how does it do with, do you have a wiki? Nope. Do you have examples? Nah. Do you have a wiki? No. Do you have examples? Nah. I'm losing my mind. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's unfortunate because I do like Python, but I think this is just an incomplete port. I don't think it's done. And, you know, to be fair, there's a lot to test. Like, there's a lot of things to work on and test and stuff. So I'm not like angry. I mean, I wouldn't be angry regardless, but I'm not, you know, disappointed or anything. It says it's not complete entirely. What language? There's so many languages, so many scripting languages that like kind of get started and then just kind of die. It's so unfortunate, man. It feels like it's a shame. It's like, why do all this work and then just kind of like let stuff go? So Tingo. Benchmark. It is fast. It's fast. It's faster than GPython. According to this, it's faster than Goja. Okay. Yeah, wait. Interoperability. How does that work? Users using scripts. User types. Implementing object interface. Flashbang. Okay, so you implement the object interface and then from there you can just kind of do stuff. Okay. Copy. Okay, that's fair. Or clone. Type name. Let's see. Do we have any? It's just syntax highlighting, huh? Let's give it a shot, man. This is crazy. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so what this would look like. Because I already started working on this back in January of this year. Do I really want to go back and copy that code? I don't really want to go back and copy that code. I guess I'm just going to start from scratch, more or less. So what this is going to look like is... Okay, let's see. But at least when I was doing this before, I was like, I don't want to have to I don't want to have to like go back and like redo all this stuff. Actually, I guess we can just use yeah, that doesn't work, does it? Because Go mod is old. Oh, but there's no class. There's no class system with Tingo. I mean, that's not a deal breaker. It's not a deal breaker. It's not a deal breaker. Okay. What's up? Yo, what up? How's it going? Just life, man. Life is what's going on. I think I need to replace. Okay, hold up. Do I not have this thing? I don't. Okay. Didn't I? Don't I? This is weird. I feel like I've done this before. No? Okay. Alright, well, here's what we're gonna do. I'm just thinking, man. I'm thinking. I'm wondering if it's possible to make an autocomplete that works for languages that don't exist, like languages that aren't supported. I guess not. I mean, I feel like that's kind of a. Yeah, I wonder if that's possible. I guess nah, not with different syntaxes and stuff. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I gotta do some stuff here. First, I gotta go here. I gotta open a console. I gotta clone this guy. Okay. Then I gotta close this. Open a new window. Open that folder. Do that. What's that? Cool. That might be enough. Agent mode. Boo! Okay. Let's see. Alright, so yeah, we should be able to now replace that. Right. So now when we go to mod ID, it should be able to detect it now. Who's it? V3. I feel like that should work. Oh, I see. Because the no, yeah, I feel like this should work because this is the latest tag is not the latest tag. Yeah, 3.0.0. All right, well, what? Let's see. Oh, maybe I have to get it. Okay. Cool. Okay, so creates a VM, huh? A script instance. I feel like this should be it. This should be Tungo bytecode. I don't have any bytecode. Let's try this real quick. Execution. Let's see. Bytecode. Okay, so it is reading the bytecode directly. So I do need to file. Let's see. Source markup. Let's see. Okay. Module map, huh? Compiler. It takes a source file, a parser. Parse. Oh, I guess what I can do is just this, and then just take whatever this does, which is it runs, it compiles the script, runs, compile. New file set. We add a file to it, main, okay, we set a new parser, we create a new compiler. Well, the issue here, enable file import, huh? Enable file import. Enable file import. Okay, so okay. We run and then we get compiled and we get an error. Compiled, we can run it again. in the virtual machine is defined. We can get a variable. We can set a variable. Run context. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna try then is we're gonna try to keep it simple here. Oh, this is the runtime. We don't need to do this in the runtime, I think. We will well. Compile. No, we could work with this. But if it imports, well, let's assume that the VM holds some stuff that we are not accessing. I guess we should do it like that. We can add a new variable or update an existing one to the script, or we can remove one. Never transpose the variable is not defined. We run, we set the import directory. Okay. Okay, so here we run, we don't need to, we already compile it. Okay, compile. We don't need to run it explicitly. Okay, so let's try this for now. We don't need this anymore. We don't need any of this. Okay, so this is our setup. This is super duper basic. Let's see how this goes. Now for our script, we're gonna keep it again super duper basic. We have our module name, we have our class name. For now, let's just print these out. it simple. Keep it simple. Okay. Does it boot? Yes. Okay. Cool. So what we're going to do then is we're going to try this. Where is it? Like, okay, and then we go to assets. Okay. Compile it error. Okay, it was already compiling. Oh, right, I see. So we need to compile, right? Yeah. Script dot for compiling, we need to we need to set the import directory. There, and then we also need to like, how do we pass built-in stuff? Built-in. Get all built-in functions. How do we actually use those? Do we add them? Nah. Let's see. Oh, okay. So it's set imports. Right. std lib, standard lib. Okay. Okay, let's try this. Map. Okay, alright. We're getting there. Okay. So now what we want to do, we can just say, okay, so it's reloading. Okay. All right, so now what we want to do is we want to try running this. So it's trash zone, right? Yeah, script scenes trash zone. So what I want to do is, oh wait, yeah. What I want to do is, yeah, instead of the file name, it should be the yeah, all of this. So we're splitting it after that. File name no extension is splitting and replacing. Scenes.trash zone. It should be scenes. Wait. Split after. Yeah, okay, that's right. File name. Let's see. Trash zone. Trash zone. Let's see. Trash zone. Scenes that trash zone. Basis scenes. Oh, well, we could just do this, yeah. Let's go with that. That's probably better. Yeah. Okay. So then we just want to... Well, actually, we want to use both of these together, right? Because the file is part of the path. Yeah. I mean, I guess I can make it so that... Nah. Well... Well, wait. Once we run the compiled script, we can't specify what we're going to run. We're just going to run it. We can get an output. Get all, huh? Run does not give you a result. Set, huh? So we can't, like, run a function. Add, compile, enable, remove, run. Yeah, okay. So... Let me see something. Compile.get. Wow. Dot. It can be an object. And you can call it. You can also get something using an index. Okay. Okay, this might work. So, set import. Okay, so then what we want to do is basically use the file as a package, and we would like to be able to use a file as a package. So that means that we want to combine... Oh, hold on. Okay. All right, I'm back. So let's see. Yeah, so I guess we just want to remove the .tango from the file path. That's really it. And we want to also start with the base, which is this. Whatever. Okay, so this should turn into scenes / trash zone. Yes, okay. So we want to then use that as the name. File. Yeah. Okay, so now that that exists, when we go here, if global script runtime scripts give me otherwise, well, I guess we could just do like this. Oh, and then we can return. Okay. Seems that trash zone not found, huh? Okay, that's fine. So what scripts are there? Scene / trash zone. That's right. I forgot to fix that. Okay. Cool. So now we have this. So now we have the module and the name of the module and the name of the class that we expect to find in the module. So let's see if it works. So we want to do basically class one. Okay, equals get class name. Class. Okay. There's no player. Oh, is undefined. Instantiator function player not found. Okay, so now we would go to here and we would say like, oh, player. There we go. Okay. I mean, I guess we don't need to run this. It's interesting because we could make it so that basically this does run once, but I guess we don't have to. Okay, so now if this is working correctly, then we should be able to do something like this. so now what I want to do is, oh, map player 1, FMT 0. Player, huh, okay. So now what I want to do is basically test this out. Oh, error. All right, so now we have self, which is okay. Which is the interface, okay. Oh, it's already that type. Okay. Cool. All right. So now, if this works, then we should have self at the end. Self is none. Let's see. Call. Do we have to run it first? No, I don't think so. Let's see. Class func is undefined. Let's see. Class func. Oh, I see. It's undefined. We should return. There we go. All right. Instantiator function player not found. Player's right here. Let's see. Class func mod.get. We might need to run it first. Let's give it a shot. No. Also, this didn't print. Not callable, undefined. Oh, maybe it's spelled like that. Okay, that worked. Not callable, undefined. Let me see here. Main, okay. Okay, let's see. Undefined. Alright, so then this needs to be like that. Alright, so now this prints. Okay. So then... Same player, okay. Okay, compiled function. Okay, okay. Not an interface. Okay, f dot call. Okay, because... Oh, okay. Let's see. Class name. Okay, so it's compiled function. All right. So then when we go to... Oh, yeah, we need to actually call it. Okay. There we go. Can I do that? So this never runs, huh? Runtime reloaded. This runs, but not this. Let's see. Nil and nil, huh? So the compiled function exists, player is the name. Call object implement is a default object implementation. Oh, but we can't call it, huh? Maybe because it's compiled? So then how do we actually use it then? Load compiled function. Oh, compile module rather. So then, let's see. Maybe we do like. We can run a context. But we don't have the instructions, huh? So you can call it, but how do you call it? We can run, but we can't call callable func. Let's just use the callable functions. There's the user function. From interface. I don't think it's just this, right? Oh. This is a compiled function. Maybe you can't run it because it's a compiled function? So can call does work, but call does not. Compiled function frame. Holy run. Okay, so this says basically it's not in VM and out of VM computation. Okay, so he says just have your script do the computation and then an input for global and get the value afterward. So can I avoid what I'm trying to do? Like, kinda? Like, my thought was to use closures. My thought was to use closures. So okay. What if the running function is the function? So instead of this being like this, we basically just do this. Can that work? Return not allowed outside function. Okay, so can we just do like this? Let's see. But how do we call on update? We have to run the script again. I can't think of exactly how this is going to work. If you're defining if the script contains, whoops, the entirety of what it's supposed to do. I think it's over. I think it's so over. Like basically what I imagine the only way to kind of get this to work is that we switch off of an input and also provide like a special argument that gets overwritten that is the object being operated on. Self. So output itself. There's got to be a better way to do this. This can't be like how. This is insane, dude. Like, I'm like, my brain's like, and it's just like, nah, dude. I don't think it's possible. Like, at its core, I can't easily return something from a script. I can't execute a function on command. Can I execute a function before it's compiled? No, I can add something, but I can't get something. That makes sense. That's not really it's, you know, to be expected. So I can make an object, I can populate with stuff. I can't easily return it apart from just like getting it by name. And then I can't execute functions unless I program it to do so. Like I have to say like if run is equal to on update output dot on update, something like that. With this being something I provide to the script. If I use a selector, I could do something like this. Maybe I could break this down where this is a different thing. If I can get the object that I'm operating on, then I can run a different script and provide the object to the running script. Can I provide an argument? Okay, hold on. I think I'm cooking. Brain's like, but I think it's possible. What it would look like is I would need a runner script that does this and provides can we provide the compiled? We can set an interface. Let's see, can we set from interface? If we provide an object, does it actually stay an object? Yes, okay. So we can provide the object being operated on, call that, it calls on update, because we set run, right? Okay, is this possible for us if we I want to see let's see, map. Yeah, we can use both dot and indexer selectors. Okay, so that means that we can write it like this. Okay, so this is what the idea is, essentially. Okay, so this is what it looks like. What we want to do is we want to make a runner that takes an object and calls a customizable thing on it. So So something like that. Input function braces. So we compile it and then we pass this here. Okay, so if this works, let's just make sure that we're not, nope, that did not work. The reference input is, like, brother, I guess that makes sense actually. Wait. Okay, so input we'll just say is 0. And function is also 0. Okay. This is help me. Help somebody help me. This is absurd. Okay. Let's give it a shot. So the runner compiles. let's go back over to script.go. Script.go. We have our object. We don't have a class name anymore. Okay. So instead of a class name, we just have the entirety of the script, right? It's gonna just run the script. So then the script name, base path, scenes trash zone. That's the name here. So then this becomes like that. Save. Okay. Okay, split base. Okay, yeah. Mod path. Okay. So that should be the same. Okay, so then we do this. The player. I'm just like, I'm just like, all right. So what we want to do, can we get all? Is it always the same? Is it just the last thing in the list? On init, on update, on draw. Wait, what? Oh, I see. It's a map. And so these are the things that are in here. On init, on update, on draw. Okay, and then you have print line as printf. Okay, that's from format. Oh, these are the variables. Okay, so the first variable is obj. Okay, so let's test 2. Okay, that's the last one. Is it arranged alphabetically? So obj module name format. So this is format, this is our object, and then this is the last one. Is it about the order? Now this is here. Okay, so it is about the order. So then the last one is this guy. Okay. So then variables, not get all. So that's self equals variables with variables minus 1. So this is our last object, right? It returns variables. Value to interface. object pdef. Okay, that also works. Okay. So this is our self. Say hi to yourself, to ourself. Okay, so this is our object. This is so wild. So now what we want to do is simply attempt to run the function rt.runner.run rt.runner.set input s.self rt.runner.set function s.er. Okay, so we will just attempt to run it. Okay, so this is running. Running is true, right? Yeah. Running I set, run. Let's see, error is this. Okay. Is there? Oh yeah, it probably isn't called these things. Yeah, input is not defined. Okay, so let's go back here. This is a wild concept, man. Yeah, let's make this input. Let's make this function. This is so wild. Index out of range 1 with length 0. Okay. So make it a list of, make it an array, I guess, and go.array. A chill just ran down my spine just because I'm just like what did I do? Okay. Let's see. Index out of range. Yeah, okay, still out of range. Can I slice a string? Let's try that. And it's out of range 1 with length 0. Index out of range 1 with length 0. Well. Not callable, undefined. Not callable, undefined. I mean, I guess I could just make the script on demand. That could work. I don't need to pre-compile it. But I feel like I probably should. If error is not going to know. Run, compiled. Let's see. The runner does exist, right? function 1 input 0. Okay, let's try something real quick, because I want to see if this is even, like, theoretically possible. Let's just say... I just make a new script where I'll input function like that. And I want to add okay. Okay, input and function are being added. Oh. Do I need to... Hold on. Okay, well, it doesn't crash now. Let me see. On update, on draw, on init. Okay. Oh, test is, there's nothing in test, that's why. Test 2. I don't know if that's why, but... Okay, alright, func name does work. What about a cell? Is that... That's format. Why is it format when it should be this? This is the last created thing. Maybe it's like it moves up the stack in the order that you use it. So this resolves first or something. That's unfortunate because I didn't want to have to directly... Didn't want to have to directly refer to it, but let's try that. Oh, okay. So it's... Okay. Okay. On init, on update, on draw, on init, on update, on draw. Okay, so that works. So then... Function input, we're setting that. Oh, maybe see. Crash, huh? Runtime error. Index out of range 1. Well, let's just make sure I'm not crazy. Let's just try print. Run. Oh, right. Okay, so high is working. So now what if we print out function? Okay, on update and on draw. What about input? I think it's working. Let me see. Oh. Let's see. Okay, so these are the functions. So now why can we, well, can we do input on update? I think it doesn't like that. Well, I think it's not gonna happen. Yeah, I think it's just not possible, dude. I don't know, man. I think this is the object, but calling the function doesn't seem to be possible. I guess I shouldn't, well, yeah, maybe that shouldn't be too surprising. Yeah, I guess that shouldn't be too surprising. I'm guessing that basically, like, I'm basically passing an object that isn't defined in this script to this script to run, and so it doesn't know what this is. That kind of makes sense. All right, well, I think it's basically like a wrap. Unless I wanted to do something like that. But then how do I even make multiple objects? I don't know. I don't know. It's just I don't think it's gonna happen, guys. I think it's a wrap. Unfortunate, man. To spend hours on this and not get anywhere, dude. But that's just life sometimes, man. All right, well, thank you very much for thank you very much for watching. I guess I don't know, like Python, the Python interpreter is just not quite there. This isn't quite there. Man, just like not. It's close, man. It's close, but just not quite there. Yeah. I mean, like, is there a scripting language out there that I don't know about? Like, I'm thinking about WebAssembly. Like, what if I use WebAssembly? I could test it to see if it's fast enough. I don't think it is, but even if it wasn't, I would need to overcome the need to copy memory back and forth, and that's kind of a deal breaker. I'm just looking through a list of scripting languages. Like maybe something's gonna pop out at me. I don't know. What ideas are there? Let's see. Crystal Lang is compiled, so that wouldn't work, right? Unless it had like a C library, but then how do I get it on Android? I mean, I could compile it for Android, of course. That's a possibility. Compile it for Java, Android, JNI. All right, well, that's it. I'm done. Thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry that I didn't get anything done today. Sometimes it's like that, I guess. But yeah, thanks for watching. I've been SolarLoon. It's been real. If you want to support development, please check out Masterplan on itch.io/SolarLoon, solarloon.itch.io slash Masterplan, and on Steam. And check out Masterplan, or rather Tetra 3D on GitHub, and Masterplan as well. It's open source. Yeah, I wanted to do Masterplan development today as well, but this just dragged on and it never got better. But I'm sorry. I'll see if I can get an update for Masterplan out before the end of the month. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Definitely do appreciate it. I'll catch you guys on the flip side next time. See ya.